All right, today we're going to uncork the surprisingly complex story behind one of the most common objects in our lives. I'm talking about the humble bottle. I mean, think about it. It's on your desk right now, probably. It's in your fridge, on every single store shelf. It holds our water, our soda, our wine. It's an object that's so ever present, we almost don't even see it anymore. It's practically invisible.
But do you really know its story? Because I'm telling you, behind this simple container lies a winding history of language, a complete revolution in commerce, some really clever engineering, and, believe it or not, a powerful metaphor for our own emotions.
So let's start with the word itself, because bottle, it isn't just a noun for a thing you hold. Nope, it's also a verb, an action. And you could even say it's a state of mind. Just think about how versatile this word is, right? As a noun, okay, it's the container, simple enough. As a verb, it's the act of filling it, like bottling grape juice. But then it takes on this whole other powerful metaphorical weight in phrases like bottlenecks traffic, or something more personal, like when we bottle up our feelings. So, where did this multi-talented word even come from? Well, its journey is just fascinating, and it stretches back thousands and thousands of years. Okay, so the word's journey starts way back in ancient Greek with bautis, which was just a general term for a vessel. The Romans, they picked it up and it became butis, meaning a large cask. Now this is where it gets interesting. In medieval Latin, it shrinks to buticula, which literally means a little cask, kind of mirroring how the containers themselves were getting smaller and more personal. From there, it passes through Old French as bouteille, and finally it lands in Middle English as bottle. It's a 2,000-year-old story, just hiding in plain sight. But look, the word is only half the story. The physical glass bottle itself, it would go on to completely revolutionize one of the world's oldest industries, wine. So before we had glass bottles everywhere, wine was sold by the barrel. And let me tell you, this was a messy business. A merchant could easily water down the wine or, mix in some cheaper stuff. It was exposed to air and bacteria, which meant there were huge variations in quality. You basically had to just trust your local merchant wasn't cheating you or serving you something that had gone bad. Total gamble. The solution? Chateau bottling, sealing the wine right there at the vineyard. And this was a complete game changer. All of a sudden, wine could be aged for years, developing this incredible complexity. A simple cork and a glass bottle, that guaranteed authenticity, it guaranteed quality, and it basically created the entire market for fine, vintage wines that we have today. All thanks to the bottle. Okay, but wine wasn't the only drink that needed a little innovation. In the 19th century, a really clever piece of engineering was invented to solve a particularly fizzy problem. So let me ask you, ever heard of a bottle with a marble inside? This thing is the cod neck bottle, patented way back in 1872 for carbonated drinks, and it is pure genius. Check this out. You fill the bottle upside down. Then, the pressure from the carbonation inside pushes a glass marble up against a rubber washer, and boom, a perfect seal. To open it, you just pop the marble down into a little chamber that keeps it from blocking the neck when you pour. Absolutely no bottle cap needed. How cool is that? And get this isn't just some dusty old antique. This exact 150-year-old design is still used today for the super popular Japanese soda Ramune and the Indian drink Banta. It's literally a piece of living history you can still go out and buy and drink right now. So the bottle proved it was really, really good at containing physical pressure. So of course, it was pretty much inevitable that we'd adopt it as the perfect metaphor for containing our own emotional pressure. I mean, we all know this feeling, don't we? The image is just instantly clear. All that pressure building up inside a sealed container, just waiting to explode. Yeah, it's that direct link, the physical act of sealing a liquid under pressure, that makes it such a powerful way to talk about the psychological act of repressing something powerful inside ourselves. And it's not just about feelings. The bottle has also become shorthand for its most, potent contents. The phrase, hit the bottle, obviously it doesn't mean you're physically striking a glass container. It's a really well-known idiom for turning to alcohol. And here's a great piece of slang for you. In Britain, if someone loses their bottle, it means they've lost their nerve or their courage. It just goes to show you how deeply this simple word is woven into the fabric of our language, with meanings that have absolutely nothing to do with liquid at all. So the bottle's story is woven into our history, our commerce, even our slang.
But believe it or not, there's one final hidden layer we can peel back, the very sound of the word itself. Okay, I want you to listen really closely to the T sound. In a standard pronunciation, it's pretty distinct, right? Bottle. But in a lot of common British accents, that T sound just disappears. It becomes more like bowel. Hear that? Let's do it again. Bottle, bowel. So what is actually happening there in the throat? That little hiccup or that tiny moment of silence in the middle of bull, that's a linguistic feature called a glottal stop. It's where you briefly close your vocal cords to stop the airflow. It's the exact same sound you make right in the middle of uh-oh. It's such a tiny detail, but it creates a massive difference in how an accent sounds. So, hey, the next time you pick up a bottle, maybe you'll see its 2,000-year journey. Maybe you'll think about its role in creating the entire world of fine wine. And maybe you'll even hear that little invisible stop in your throat that changes its name. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are hiding in the objects we use every single day?